Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I have a fun, different video. As you guys know, I love anything eyeshadow. So today I wanted to share with you guys eyeshadow palettes that I'm happy I skipped. This video I've done in different varieties, different titles throughout my channel, and I've looked back at least this year in 2018, I would say up until around the summertime, from now back to the summertime, and I looked through Instagram to see what palettes I'm kind of glad I did not purchase or even care to have, because I can almost guarantee at this point I would have not been using them at all. They were just been sitting in my collection collecting dust with all the rest of the ones that I actually enjoy that still collect dust. I am going to go through a few of these. I don't know, I have 10 here, but I don't know if I'm going to make this video super long. I might save them for another video, but I do have 10 here. We'll see how many we get through. But before we get into it, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the palette. As you guys know, I do this in no particular order. These are just the ones that I either remembered that I did not get or that I found as I randomly was going through Instagram. So I'm going to put pictures of them up on the screen so you guys can follow along with me, of course. So the first one that I have here is the Too Faced Tutti Frutti Watermelon Slice Face and Eye Palette. Do you remember this one? Yeah. This one was popular for about a hot second and then it left. And I have not seen one person use this, pan it, rave about it, bring it back in a favorites video, bring it back in a throwback, nothing. I have not seen anyone mention this palette at all. And for good reason, honestly. I feel like this one was very gimmicky. It was more of the packaging than anything that attracted most people. And I don't feel like it was a summer palette. It was one of those fun summer palettes. I could see like a teenager liking this one, or somebody young and fun who is getting into makeup kind of thing and likes the whole cutesy type of packaging. But honestly, I've not seen this since. I don't even know if anybody in my circle of watching YouTube even bothered to buy this, to be honest with you. So I'm happy that I didn't even blink twice on this palette, because I would have probably decluttered it or sold it at this point. Now my second one is a series of palettes, and I wish they would have just stopped at the 1 and 2 that they did and let those shine and promote those instead of trying to break it down to individual monthly ones. And I get it, they're trying to get more money in the long run, promote it more, have somebody who has that collection addiction to get them all every single month. And that's the BH Cosmetics Zodiac, the mini Zodiacs for each month. Yeah. Every month I was disappointed at the color story. Every month I was like, what are they doing? The first one and the second one were enough. That is enough. They were perfect. You got enough colors in them. You can use them all year round because you have all the signs on there, and there is no need to break it down even further than that. I did not find one this far that I actually considered even thinking about getting. It was none of them. And if you got any of them, they may have worked. Some of them were so neutral that maybe some individuals wanted a mini one versus the big one. And I get the big one was a huge packaging. I know I have them, but the mini ones, just none of them. I'm so happy that the whole collector thing is leaving me, that I didn't need to get them all or have them all. And I would panic if I didn't get one, even though I wasn't going to use them. It was just more of a collector thing. So I'm happy that I didn't get them. The third one that I have is one that I'm very surprised I didn't. This is the Anastasia Alyssa Edwards one. I'm happy that they're coming out with more color, but I just felt like this was way too redundant to the Riviera, and I actually like the Riviera color story a lot better than the Alyssa Edwards one. And that's one of the main reasons why I didn't even bother with that one. And then they decided to go on this constantly releasing bandwagon that I just shut off after Riviera, to be honest with you. I don't have any of them since then. But the Riviera was a lot better. I found that I had more variety in color. I found that I could get more looks out of that one versus the Alyssa Edwards. I didn't follow Alyssa Edwards. I still don't know who Alyssa Edwards is, and it just didn't faze me. I'm happy because I would have not been using that. I would pick the Riviera over this one, and I'm glad that I was smart enough to catch on to that and not waste my money and be the collector yet again. Now this one was something that I went back and forth on. I know that Drea had purchased this one, and I think she likes it, but I don't know if she uses it as often as she expected herself to use it. This is the Jouer Tan Lines palette. I did like the color story of it. The main reason why I backed off is because I realized that I had a similar palette from Urban Decay that they had done with artists, and it had the same similar color story, and I don't reach for that one. So I had a feeling I wasn't going to reach for this one as much. And it I don't know, like there was something about it. I saw a few people swatch it and the swatches didn't look as great as I was expecting, especially that lime green shade. I really wanted that one to pack a punch, but I had to remind myself that Jouer is a brand that is not known for colorful things. They're more known for natural, inner beauty kind of thing, work with what you have, not so much artistic or colorful. So I shouldn't have expected a lot from them as far as color goes. So I backed off on it and I'm kind of happy I did, because I don't think I would have used it as much as I would have had expected to use it or wanted to use it. So I'm glad I saved my money on that one, because it was beautiful and I still think it's beautiful. It's just, I probably would have not reached for it as much either. Here's one that I think I mainly didn't get because I was just annoyed. This is the Tarte Icy Betch one. The color story is beautiful. I think that if Tarte didn't do what they did, I may have gotten this one. Besides the Make Believe in Yourself palette, this is the only other palette that I can think of that Tarte actually came out with that isn't a bunch of neutrals with a pop of color. And I would have gotten it. Honestly, I would have gotten it because I thought the color story was beautiful, but guess who won over that one? My Menagerie Whale Song palette. That one won it over, and because I purchased that one, I did not get the Tarte one. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna go ahead, buy something that you should have released, not teased it, and had other indie brands do their thing. Even Sydney Grace did something which I ended up getting, and Divina Cosmetics did a similar thing about them. So to be honest with you, I think that Tarte lost it. They lost a lot of consumers for that reason, because we wanted it and other brands fed that hunger that we had for that palette. So I skipped it. I heard it was good quality. It was small, but I also heard that it was kind of like an oops, we should have released it and we didn't. So let's just grab old packaging, get it real quickly out to production to get it out to sell this idea now that other people are capitalizing over it. And that's the other reason why I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy you. So that's another one I'm happy that is not in my collection, collecting dust. My next one is the Urban Decay Reloaded palette. All right, I almost have all of them. I actually, believe it or not, like the honey palette. That'll be a whole nother video. But this one, I have not liked a palette from the Naked series as much as I've disliked this one. I actually like the smoky one more than this one. Oh, it's the most snooze fest you can imagine. And yes, they tried to make this one be the sister of the original Naked, but nothing could ever beat the original. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is with anything in general if you think about it. And this one just didn't do it. And quite a few people, I don't think I've ever heard many people rave about this palette. I think most people feel the same. I'm happy that I stopped and didn't feel like I needed to collect everything, because that's how I was getting. And with this one, I still don't feel like I need it. I still don't feel like I want it. I still don't care for it. It was very, very to me. It was just, I'm happy I don't have it, because I genuinely would have regretted that 100%. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys two more. The next one that I have is another Too Faced palette. This is the Hot Mess palette. First of all, I didn't like the name. Second of all, I didn't like the arrangement of it. We've seen this before with Dose of Colors. The only reason why I have the one from Dose of Colors, I believe it's called the Hidden Treasures palette, is because Dose of Colors quality of eyeshadow is amazing and I love the color story of that one. But this one specifically, I just couldn't get on board with the whole concept of this whole collection, and I didn't like the layouts. I didn't like that it was the same old boring colors that we've seen that Too Faced does. So I'm kind of happy. This is another one where I fully felt like I was gonna regret. I was never gonna use. I was probably gonna sell, and I probably would have never got my money back. I would have had to give it away because nobody would have bought it, because I don't even think many people have this one. Any of these, for the most part, that I'm sharing with you guys, I have not seen anybody at this point keep talking about them or use them or put them on any favorites. Have you thought about it? Have you guys seen anybody put any of these in any of their, because I really haven't. And I know it's partly because there's so many releases constantly, but part of it also, I don't feel like it's something that we all grabbed. The last one I want to share with you guys is the Physicians Formula Sultry Night and Tropical Days palette. I really was close of getting this, and you guys know that I have really backed off on getting any drugstore eyeshadow palettes because the quality isn't there, and I'd rather spend the money on an indie brand the same price wise and get better quality. So these I'm happy I skipped out on. Not many people really liked them, and now at this point they came out with this holiday like huge set that Emily Noel did a whole review on, and both palettes are in there put in together, and it's the same price as if you were buying the same. I felt like it was way too expensive for eyeshadow. If I'm going to spend that much money, what are they, $15-20 a piece? I'd rather get Milani, knowing that Milani eyeshadows you're getting a boatload of product in each individual shadow, and the quality is so much better. I would, Milani, that's it. Milani is the main one at the drugstore that I would 100% get eyeshadows from. Anyone else I would be cautious about, me personally, and that's how I felt like with Physicians Formula. And I'm kind of glad I went with my gut on this one, because not even Emily gave it 100% her stamp on these, and I would have decluttered these so quickly. I would have been pissed that I wasted that money on that, knowing I could have grabbed that $30 and bought myself a Menagerie Cosmetics palette and been 10 times happy. So that's it, guys. These are the palettes that I am so happy that I skipped out on. If any of you guys purchased these, please don't feel like what I have said is offending or I'm purposely attacking you. That's not the case. This is just for me, my personal take, my personal preference, my taste, where I want to spend my money. And I'm happy that none of these are in here, because none of these would have lasted any declutter coming up. These would be 100% decluttered quicker, just get rid of and not have at all, because I would have not gotten use out of them. Alex 2-3 years ago would have jumped on all of these because of a collector's, because I needed to share them on my channel, because I needed to have them to test out for myself. And I've gotten to a point with my low buy that I've realized I don't need everything. I have survived without getting everything, and I'm happy that I am not cluttering my drawers with things that I'm not using and wasting my money at the end of the day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will link these down in the description box if they're still available for anybody to check out, read descriptions, see what people think about them. If you are interested in any of them, if you did purchase any of them, let me know in the comment section what it is that got you to buy them and if you still enjoy them and use them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will put more videos right over here for you guys to enjoy. Until then, bye guys.